AI is all the new hype. People are saying art is done forever, but in this video we're going to see, is AI actually as remarkable as they say? Can it create characters like mine that don't just look decent in a render, but are something usable, something expressive and real? To answer this question, instead of wasting hours on some random AI 3D generator I don't want to use, I'm going to try to just analyze what's already out there. And then I'm going to create my own character, with my hands of course, and try to beat what AI creates based on 3 things that actually matter. How adjustable is each part of the character? Are the shaders actually dynamic? Is the character actually able to be expressive? Now, here's the thing. When I looked at most AI-generated 3D characters, they felt hollow and static. Impressive looking? Sometimes. But emotionally, they lacked imagination. They lacked personality and soul. Which brings me to the first stage of making my character. The ideation stage. Now, this is an area where I believe us humans win huge. To beat AI, my plan was simple. Create a beautiful, unique, stylized character with real personality, build fully adjustable shaders and rigs that allow artistic control, and design it intentionally from the ground up, not statistically from scraped data. So, deciding on the face and the hair was first. I picked a unique and cool hairstyle, which I don't even know if AI understands, and I plan to have some sort of color gradient going from bottom to top. And then, for the face, I just thought this cool type of spiderweb on the cheek looked cool, so I wanted to test that out as well. Getting into Blender now, I start from a base mesh that I modeled previously to save up some time. I start my process out by adding in the eye, unwrapping it, and then drawing the cornea into place like this. I added in eyelashes using curves, and then I moved on to the other features of the face after that, such as the lips, making them nice and red, and then the eyebrows, which I modeled in separately instead of texture painting in. I made sure to keep it in a stylized, almost 2D feeling look, as that was what I wanted to go for this character. Texture painting in at this early stage really helps to give it that human type of feel that I want to go for. So continuing, I gave her character some makeup for good measure, and refined more and more throughout her face. Alright, now onto the hair. Observing these AI-generated characters, I really felt like the hair on them had tons of room for improvement, and I could do a much better job than whatever this is. And there's something bigger. At this point I noticed a lot of what is generated by AI is just low quality from an artistic perspective. Oftentimes there's no consideration for appealing shadow shapes or shadow language. The intentional thought in design just isn't there, and by the way I have another video I made previously that goes into that shadow shape and intentional design stuff, so you could check that out if you want. But yeah, so this is just another big limitation that it clearly has. Anyways, back in Blender, I started laying out the hair. As I mentioned earlier, I wanted to do a unique type of hairstyle, so that's what I was working towards. After adding in some lighting, I added speculars to the hair as well. And where this gets really interesting, and in my opinion much cooler than anything AI creates, is that I added in multicoloration to my hair. I used pink here, and I feel that it just adds another level of fun to things. I went a bit too crazy at first, so I had to reduce the amount after, but you get the point. But anyways, from there, I just continued finishing out the hair, which I'll let you see the glory of for the next few seconds. Now, with the hair and face mostly made, let's figure out on how we can beat AI when it comes to making the armor. I had a good look at armor references and what the actual different pieces are before I even started this part. My thesis here was kind of just to combine different armor outfits together with a hint of fantasy, and to beat AI, I noticed with many AI generated models, the ones with armor or metal lack any sort of in-depth stylization or customizability. Like, what am I even looking at over here? Is this even metal? Okay, so back in Blender, I first modeled in for the chest area from scratch and just focusing on the shape and how it will affect her silhouette. And I also blocked out the model for the shoulder pieces, kind of having them stacked on top of each other, which I thought just made it a bit more interesting design-wise than only having one. And really nothing at all right now looks good. This is the ugly phase, but don't worry because we're now going to start adding the details. Firstly, I added in a shoulder plate, or at least I think that's what it's called. And then I painted in some shininess on the armor plate itself, as well as on the edges of the model to make it look more stylized. I also drew in some fake detail here by indicating shadow when there's actually nothing there. This is a really powerful trick I recommend using because it saves you in terms of poly count, but also makes it easier when it comes time for rigging because you don't actually have to rig it. Anyways, after that, I then added in some dynamic brushstrokes using the Stylized Asset Suite add-on. The process for the metal here I go more in depth into on this video, so check that out if you're interested. But besides that, the process for the other metal pieces in the body were exactly the same. Alright, sword time. As usual, starting out from a blank model, I approached this the same way as I approach any other metallic object in this character. I first outlined the edges with brightness like I'm doing here, and I did the same for the handle in those areas as well, adding brightness as well as darkness. And what this does is it kind of creates that signature metal feel without even using any complex shaders yet. Okay, so for everyone's favorite part, which is rigging, I always just start off by using the free Rigify add-on which comes with Blender, and from there that allows me to quickly generate a kind of base rig for the character, and from there I start to parent the pieces of her clothing to the armature. Of course there's a lot of like tweaking that I have to do, and a lot of extra bones and setups that I have to kind of add to this to work well for this character specifically, so it's hard to get into all of that in this one video, but just know I spent a good amount of time making a rig that's nice and customizable, and lets us give her awesome expressions. Alright, before we go any further, I just wanted to say if you're someone who wants to learn to make beautiful characters or scenes and gain a mastery over Blender, check out my masterclass below in the description. It'll transform you from being someone who maybe doesn't know that much about Blender, to being able to make your own characters, scenes, models, and so much more. If that sounds interesting to you, you can check out the top link in the description. Alright, back to the video. Okay, now with most of the character done, I wanted to start testing out some lighting and scene setups so I could make a pose and see how it looks. First thing I did was I added in a wall in the background, and I also realized it could be useful to create a compositing setup for tweaking the shininess of the armor. Not only that, but I felt the lighting could be improved. So I added in some blinds as well as a cube to cut off the lighting for a third of the scene, which I think made things a little more interesting. Okay, now for the moment of truth where we compare my work to what AI makes. Looking online, it seems like this is the type of stylized AI armored characters that AI seems to generate. It looks okay, but when compared with what I've made, in the end what I found is that my character is just so much more customizable and usable. My character's base colors can be changed instantly on the fly without affecting any other details. My character has dynamic, painterly, and stylized effects that can be changed instantly and adjusted for any scene. And the rig I made for this character is definitely a lot more powerful for things like expressiveness and actually making the character come alive. In the end, you can see we have a pretty cool result. So what do you guys think? Do you think I beat AI with this one? Comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.